Ladies and gentlemen, we are underway!
Alright, let's see what everyone's opening routes are going to take them.
Looks like we've got Dark Falls and Zarnix heading for Vanilla Level 3's location, but we have Wizrobes on the Overworld, yikes.
I was about to say the same thing. That's not good.
At least we don't have to deal with them in the dungeons, though.
Walking one screen to another, an orange can pop right in your face and take off a nasty 2 hearts worth of damage.
Well, what do you know, Melchior? We have Level 3 in Level 3's location. Chat, you know what to do about that. We have a 4-headed Gleeok guarding a potential item staircase.
An immediate magical boomerang pickup from Dark Fowls. He's like, if I find it within a minute, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. There are no alliances here when it comes to the boomerangs. What the magical boomerang does is it can stun lock your enemies. And because we have plus or minus 2 HP in these flags, you could kill certain enemies with that boomerang that you normally couldn't in the vanilla game, like Octoroks or Orange Moblins. So this could get really, really interesting. Unfortunately for Zarnix 42, this Gleeok fight proving a little bit too difficult with just the wood sword and 3 hearts. So he's going to try a different path. He's going to find that same magical boomerang. Magical Boomerang has the range goes through the entire screen. The wooden boomerang has a more limited range, and some people do prefer the wooden boomerang because it is a little bit easier to control than the magical boomerang. But both boomerangs do the same job.
Dark Fowl's got his boomerang in 3, saw like some key locks, and he's just like, I'll come back later. And he's now up in 6 with both Crimson Avix and Bogey.
Level 6, of course, definitely one of the bigger dungeons in Shapes. That's right, we are dealing with Shapes, not the vanilla layouts. Level 6 can be over 40 rooms, and with 2 items, one behind a staircase and one on the ground, it can get very dicey, especially if there's a required item, and especially if it comes down to crunch time. If you have to decide, take the Triforce and leave, or be pot committed, trying to find those both items at the risk that you don't find what you're looking for. We have all 4 of our feature runners now at level 6.
Yeah, it's not giving them much. There's some bomb drops here or there, but still only 1 key found so far by Crimson Avix. He's been in 6 the longest outside Bogey, and a death on Zarnax's side from the Moblins, I believe. But Crimson does find a heart on the floor.
Oh, look at this!
Bogey with the raft.
That is a huge find for Bogey, Melchior, because that is the ticket needed to gain access to Vanilla Level 4's Raft Dungeon. So, great find there, and it didn't take him all that long to find his raft. But the second item, that's going to be a little bit more difficult, because it is on the ground. You may need to full clear a room, and it can be anywhere, or it may be there right for the taking. These runners are hoping that the ground item is right for the taking. Now, I did see that Crimson Avix is up to 4 hearts. Did we find a heart?
He found the heart in 6. Yes, he did. Somewhere within the middle, like 2 rooms north or 1 room north and then 1 room east. He found it relatively quickly, but outside of that, there is no direction. There, Dark Fowls finds it.
Yep, and it was just there right for the taking, so now both Crimson and Dark Falls are sitting on 4 hearts, so they currently have a 1 in 3 chance. And look at this, Crimson Avix with the Sprite Shuffle. Instead of the Raft, because he's playing as Kirby, he's got the Warp Star, which is the exact same thing, of course, as the Raft. Just a little nice cosmetic touch that Crimson Avix likes to do with sprites here, and he's done a lot of these customization sprites, so definitely props to him.
I definitely like the Link's Awakening set that Unos uses, Link's Awakening being one of my favorite Zelda games, but I can hardly see that Kirby sprite on this screen, but there's a Triforce for Crimson.
Also in the shape of a star, and that's going to be his first Triforce piece. Zarnix grabs his raft out of level 6, so Dark Falls right behind him in that same reverse sea room, just has to clear these Moblins, and he'll be able to claim his raft, and let's see what the next play is going to be for our runners. Crimson not going to head for the Vanilla Level 4 spot just yet. Looks like he may head for Vanilla Level 9's location first.
Let's see if he chooses to go to Vanilla 9 or route to 6 to check his Armos item.
Yeah, he's going to
check his Forgotten Shop. Yeah.
Let's see what shop we have behind the Forgotten Spot today. It's going to be a candle shop. Unfortunately, it is 50 rupees, which is a nice 1/6 discount, but he's only sitting on 21 rupees, so he'll have to remember that spot for later when he's got more cash.
Takes a death in trying to Scream Wrap back over. Crimson Avix will go back to start. That may not be so bad, because he can pick up that medium secret. Or
hopefully.
He's going off. He's going to check his other shop. Grim?
No, you may be right. He may be going after that secret. He's heading for the... Oh, and he loses the bomb before it goes off.
Yikes.
What an ugly overworld this has been so far, Melchior.
Yeah, this is not friendly. These runners are finding all kinds of hassles when trying to traverse the overworld or screen wrap over.
Also, we have an 89 rupee magical shield. That's one below the vanilla minimum price. And considering how this overworld's been, I wouldn't be surprised that if the money's good enough, maybe somebody makes the moxie for that purchase. Oh, look at this!
What we got?
Zarnix42, just before he died, found the Armos item. It's the white sword.
Ooh, great combat upgrade for Zarnax. Anyone else who can get over to the graveyard area will benefit from that very early. And first player that might get that will be Dark Falls. He's currently checking his Forgotten Shop and finding out he's just short of getting his candle as well.
Oh, most definitely here. Yeah, Dark Falls will have a shot as long as he doesn't take a death. He's going to get that white sword as well.
Crimson picked up a blue something or another with his Kirby sprite. It's his magical boomerang. That's funky.
Very modest 1 rupee discount on the blue ring, but quite the markup on bombs. We're talking a 40% markup, so you're going to have to shell out 28 rupees if you want that 4-pack.
Oh, the gels rolled up.
That is no good, and yes, we do have an ink blot. Contestants, name that ink blot, and this is a relatively small level 6 for shapes.
Yeah, and it's all one segment. That's fortunate.
Is that only 24 rooms? Dang, that is on the small side of a level 6 shapes.
7's gonna be ugly.
So yeah, 7. Well, don't forget that 7 and 8 are on their own 8x8 grid, so they're not independent with level 6. I mean, level 7. Now, rule of thumb with level 7 is it's never going to be bigger than level 8, at least as far as I'm concerned, from all the randomizer I've done with shapes. But it can be the same size as level 8. I've seen it before a few times.
Dark Files in Vanilla 6 to find level 5 and fires galore.
Unfortunately, they do not go down in one hit, so he will not be able to get the bombs that way. Oh my goodness! Beefy fires! A bomb does not take care of him. You know what that means? Silver arrows don't take care of them either. That is a lost source of bombs right there, Melchior.
That will not feel good in later dungeons.
Man, a lot of these enemies having their Chef Boyardee tonight. Yikes. Don't like to see that. Well, there's the Triforce in level 5. Dark Fall's gonna pick that up.
Out of 5, and Zarnax finds his try out of 4.
Yes. And he's gonna hit the gamble here. He's not gonna go after the other items. I don't know if there were any blocks or anything, but Zarnax not going back for the items. He may have to come back later. Dark Falls is gonna make a return trip to level 5 as he did not find either of the 2 items. Hey, that's not bad for the medium secret. It's 35 rupees.
Actually, I'll take that any day of the week. That's very nice to get anything above average.
Yeah, definitely. So Zarnax has enough money. I know he hasn't gotten to the Forgotten Spot just yet, but he could buy that blue candle if he wanted to. First, he's going to go to Monocle Rock, go to this bonus cave, and pick up the heart container. So now he has a 2 in 3 chance of picking up that white sword item if that's the play he decides to make. And it looks like he may be making that play as Bogey finally finds his Triforce out of level 6. So all 4 of our feature runners are now on the board.
Well, Zarnax wanted to check his shop, so like 5 blue whiz robes, and he's like, no, I'll try another location. Actually, I think he wanted to do the wrap immediately to 5 before checking his white sword item. So now he's just going to take the up route instead of wrapping over to level 5.
Looks like Dark Falls found the transport staircase. Level 5 is the first one that's going to have a transport staircase right off the bat. We find our bomb upgrade for 104 rupees, but unfortunately Dark Falls 63 rupees short of buying that bomb upgrade that can get him anywhere between 2 and 6 extra bombs.
Zarnax walking out of the dungeon that was at Vanilla 5. I didn't quite see which one it is, but Zarnax will give us our white sword item.
Hello! And 5 hearts is enough to pick up the silver arrows, so Zarnax has half the puzzle pieces needed to destroy the pig. Or in his case, Zelda, because he's the Stelfo sprite. Yeah, that's right, folks. Whenever you play as one of Ganon's minions, whether it's the Stalfos, the Dark Nut, the Lionel, etc., you get to defeat Zelda and rescue Ganon. How cool is that?
I want to see Kirby defeat Keen DDD.
Oh, I do too.
And rescue like Waddle Dee.
Yeah, right? I have no idea who Kirby would rescue. I'm not really up to par on my Kirby knowledge, but it'll be interesting to see if we do have DDD at the end on Crimson's side.
As far as I'm aware, there would be no like female equivalent. He could like save the painter from Kirby 64, but that's why I say just do Waddle Dee, because he's the other Kirby mascot.
I think Kirby should just rescue Zelda. I mean, why not? Kirby needs a girl in his life. But in any event, back to the race in
Zarnax is
hand.
at Vanilla 9.
Yeah, and Bogey's now into level 7. Yeah, Zarnax heading for Vanilla level 9.
He forced
that's
the
7
drop on that lever so he could get bombs to find 7.
Yeah, Bogey found that same level 7. So, and level 7 normally is 33 rooms of pure destruction in the vanilla game. But here, level 7 is a little bit more friendly, tends to be a little bit smaller, between 21 and 29 rooms, but still, looking for the 2 items can be difficult, because you still have that transport staircase to deal with, and if it's segmented, that's another set.
Both Bogey and Zarnax are going through these larger dungeons on very low key counts. Zarnax is key blocked out, he can't go through 7. Bogey, there's
potential ladder block.
There's key blocks.
Yeah, Bogey's using up his last key, and if he finds another locked door, he's going to be out of luck. Oh, look at this! Use a key, get a key. Darkfalls just found something.
On the floor in 5, Darkfalls finds the red ring, so he's got offense and defense ready to go now.
That is a huge pickup there for Darkfalls. That's going to quadruple his defense, and now he just found the staircase item, which is a heart container, so now he has
5 is done.
Yep, his 5 is done. Nice level 5 there for Darkfalls. Quadruple his defense, damage now down to 1/4 the base value. That's a huge find. Speaking of huge finds, Zarnax found that candle shop at the Forgotten Spot. He's going to pick it up, and that gains him access into level 8 spot.
Bogey has found his Triforce in 7, not taking it yet, trying to do a little bit of digging, because I believe he has not seen any items out of 7 yet. He'll exhaust all of his options before picking up that, oh my, ladder block from getting to that side. He'll clear to possibly see if there's a drop item in this room with his beam sword.
Yep, and he could use the boomerang. There's no drop here.
He'll continue the hunt before going to grab that Triforce again.
Yeah, certainly. He's going to try and find both of the items if he possibly can. Yep, there's the Triforce in level 3 for Crimson, but he's going to wait and see if he can find the 2 items. Meanwhile, Bogey will pick up his Triforce out of level 7. That's going to be his second Triforce piece. Will
he go back in, or will he play Gamble-Matic 9000? He's going back. He's expecting something valuable to be hidden in this 7. Maybe even so, where he finds it and other runners choose to gamble, and he'll take an advantage.
Yeah, if it's like the ladder or the bow or the recorder, yeah, those would definitely be huge advantages that Bogey is going to gain on the competition right there. So yeah, Bogey, has discovered a good portion of this level 7. So yeah, he's going to go back in. Is this the staircase? Oh, look at this! This breadstick! Yes! So Bogey now has access to the vanilla level 7 spot, aka Recorder Lake. Boy, what a great decision there by Bogey to go back into level 7, and he is rewarded handsomely.
Good game sense by Bogey. Zarnax at the coast now to discover there is a wand at the coast.
That's a nice item, not a required item, but it's another one of those extra combat items that can help you out. That it's a long-range weapon, very useful against Patras. Oh, and Bogey, unfortunately, taking a death.
Sorry. With White Sword being at the Armos item, I don't anticipate any of our runners going back out of their way to that coast to pick up the wand. But Zarnax finds level 1 at Vanilla 8, and we got blue dart nuts and bunnies.
That is not a fun enemy set, and Zarnax probably wishes he had that red ring that Darkfalls currently is sporting right now, because those blue dark nuts and those Pole's voices both do 2 hearts of damage. Good news for Zarnax, he has just cleared the dark nuts. The bad news is that Pole's voice is out of his way. He cannot do an attack, so he's going to save the room and hope for a better outcome going back in. There should be just 1 enemy left. Unfortunately for him, it's a dark nut.
Careful, one more. He knows how to do this. Should be one more swing. There we go. And a compass reward.
Doesn't look like the blue dart nuts rolled up, because it took 4 hits to take it down. So either they were neutral or they -1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Zarnik's getting locked in by that orange Goma, so he's going to have to up A and take a different route. And we have another potential ladder block here, Malchior.
Yeah. Dartfowl's found his Triforce in 7 after also finding Recorder, so he's going to be moving along likely the same route as Bogey. Yeah, I think Dartfowl's is going to Vanilla 4, going to the island.
All right. We have the ink blot here in level 7, and this is a segmented level 7. Contestants, name that ink blot. I have the perfect
I know
name.
exactly what it is, except for that tiny little segment. It's just one of those aliens from Space Invaders.
I was going to say Space Invaders, but I have a better answer because I'm going way outside the box. Same system, though, in the Atari 2600. That's one of those shrunken up enemies when you get into the later portions of the game, Space Cavern, and they're shooting those fireballs at you.
That's way beyond me. I'll take your word for it. Crimson picks up his candle at the Forgotten Spot now. He's wrapping over to the Armos, and he should very shortly find his white sword as well.
Absolutely. That's going to double his attack power. And Bogey is still in level 7. He feels pot committed, but there is the possibility he could be blocked out of that second item.
Yeah, I find it interesting that he chose to come back here immediately instead of going on to other dungeons he hasn't cleared, because he has the Triforce. He has at least one key item out of this set.
Dark Falls gets to level 2. Zarnik's just found a heart container behind the staircase. There are 2 other items in level 1, which are both going to be on the ground. Crimson exiting out of the vanilla level 6 spot, unfortunately taking a death, so back to start he goes.
He did get his white sword, but with that death now, he's opting to take a different route. Unless he's going all the way back and wrapping back, which he might be doing. He's heading up towards Vanilla 1 again, possibly to do the wrap over the river.
Boy, here's an interesting ink blot for level 2. Contestants, name that ink blot.
I'm hearing from chat that there is a ladder in 2 and Darkfowls has found it.
Wow, that was an immediate find there. That is one of the 2 floor items here in level 2. I definitely didn't see it, but that is huge, because if there is a ladder block out of an important item or level 9, Darkfalls has a big edge.
He's immediately taking that Triforce. Will he dive back in?
It's a small enough dungeon. I say he goes for it. We'll see what he does.
Oh, and it was under the lake. So you had to go to 7 to find the recorder before you could get your ladder out of 2.
Yeah, this is turning to potentially one of those right order seeds, Malchior.
Yeah, right order, chain reaction. It's all applying right here.
Yep, the good old one item leads to another. Zarnex picks up the Triforce out of level 1, and he's not going back in. Now, I didn't see if he picked up any other items along the way. He may be ladder blocked from it. Or he could be Goma blocked out of one of the items where, that orange Goma was. That could have been a drop room.
That'd be pretty insane. And we've had these silvers for a while now, but no bow to shoot them.
Yeah, we know the bow's not going to be in level 1 if that's the case. I mean, what could that Goma possibly have? Well, I'll tell you what. Whatever that Goma has, if he has anything, it's not going to be a required item.
Why don't it be something like any key?
Yeah, it could be the any key, could be the red candle, but it's not going to be a required item that's going to lead to progression here.
Crimson finding a staircase in 7, and I'm guessing that's his recorder.
That will be his Olive Garden breadstick. You are absolutely right, Malchior. The recorder that will gain him access into level 7's recorder lake.
That looked like 60 or 70 era. What that for?
I've never seen level 4 be segmented and the gap be that wide. That's crazy. I love it. Name that ink blot.
Oh my gosh. Crimson's sprite for the Dig Dogger is Krakow.
By the way, I love it too. And speaking of which, we just heard our recorder tune. So contestants in the audience, name that tune. There's a heart container for Zarnak, so that's the floor item for him in level 4. Now he's looking for the staircase item.
Ah, blue lands. Blue Lambolas, but he cleans them up easily. Not a single point of damage taken. Well done, Zarnak. But uh-oh, T-Room.
I have no idea what it is, and whenever I don't know what the tune is, I always say, when in doubt, guess a Super Nintendo RPG, and by the sounds of things, we do have a winner here. I'm not going to spoil what the name of the tune is, but it looks like we do have a winner.
A compass on the floor for Zarnax, but he's ladder blocked in getting it. Gonna look for a way around. Meanwhile, Crimson Avix in 7, possibly looking for his Triforce now. I do not believe we have seen level 8 yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, Laws.
We have not seen level 8 yet. I do believe it's in level 2's vanilla location. Hey, there's Zelda's room. Unfortunately, Zelda's not there. I guess she was too busy playing with the bunnies.
Crimson will get his Triforce out of 7. I'm unaware if he saw the second item in 7, but he's gonna get on out of there. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, he too could be blocked out of that second item in level 7, because remember, he doesn't have the ladder. Dark Falls does now. If he's already made the play to level 7. Now, we already know what the floor item was. It was the magical boomerang. We're now looking for the staircase item. We're looking for a map. I want to see what this ink blot looks like. I got a feeling this could be one of those trolley blots. We'll find out.
Crimson is heading back to Vanilla 6 to where he took a death on the stairs to see what dungeon he had left behind. Oh my gosh, Wizrobes!
Oh man, just an ugly overworld. And when you don't have that ring, those Wizrobes are going to be deadly, because every time you get hit by their body or their beams, you're losing 2 hearts right there.
That entrance to 6 is one of the worst screens to have Wizrobes on in the overworld. But alright, Crimson now finds level 5 at Vanilla 6.
Yeah, them and Lionel's, the firing squad, is the absolute worst thing you can see coming out of the level 6 location. Bogey picks up his Triforce out of level 3. That's going to be his 3rd Triforce piece, but he's going to go back in there and try to find the staircase.
I'll tell you something interesting to note, Laws. Both Crimson and Bogey, having going through now 2 of 3 dungeons, are still on 4 hearts and green tunic.
That is crazy.
Runners involved. Showing the skill of these runners.
I mean, I know about Crimson Avix's skill. He's been around the block for a long time, so he definitely knows his way around combat on low hearts. But Bogey has really impressed me. Like I said, in his first race, he did a lot of good things. And then, this is his first tournament. Unfortunately, still a little bit underpowered for that 4-headed Gleeok. It was a good try, but I got a feeling that 4-headed Gleeok has something. Whether it's important or not, I think that Gleeok has something.
Yep, Bogey still hasn't made his way over to the graveside. He is still fighting with a wood stick as well.
Darkfall's, on the other hand, he's got the red ring, he's got the white sword, and he's sitting on 6 hearts. And look at that large secret. Hello! I approve of it, Malchior.
I did not see the value. What are we talking?
130!
Oh my! Money will be no problem for our runners this seed, but until we find a bow, those will not be extra arrows. They might just hold on to them, see if they can get a fortunate bomb upgrade or something similar.
Oh, absolutely. He's sitting on 183 rupees right now. Yeah, you're right. This isn't darts. If only there was a 180 rupee secret. There's the map for level 2. We already saw that earlier on Darkfall's side. Bogey out of level 3, that 4-headed Gleeok, just a little bit too much for him right now. He'll come back later if necessary.
Into it seemed to be like just 2 rooms from start.
Right.
So Crimson
Avix was on the
now
floor,
with his ladder.
Yeah, you're right about that. I think the Krako was guarding it, or the Dig Dog if you're playing the vanilla game. Poorly guarded, I might add. A recorder not required to get the ladder.
Okay, Bogey has found level 9 at Vanilla 4.
Indeed, Melchior, and Zarnix in level 8 for the first time. 3 items in level 8, but again, just like level 6, tends to be on the large side of Shape's dungeons. It can be over 40 rooms, just like level 6. Stay tuned.
Like I say, with what we found so far, though, all the items in 8 have got to be bangers. We're still
that is true.
Missing a bow. I mean, well, we do have ladder in 2, raft in a recorder in 7, raft in I can't remember where, but raft's already. What are these items in 8?
Holy smokes, ink blot! Look at that ink blot. Name that ink blot for level 3.
It's a palm tree.
Palm tree is a good answer. A sprout is a good answer.
Grappling
a
hook.
mattock is a good answer.
Mattock, yeah.
An umbrella is not a bad answer either. It kind of does look like a parasol. A lot of good answers you can come up with for the ink blot here in level 3. It's amazing.
I think Zarnix has his first item out of 8. Red candle. He's gonna go ahead and pick that up. It'll be a little aid to his combat.
Sure thing. It's something you kind of want to see a little bit earlier in the game, but he's going to go ahead and pick it up. With the red candle, you can fire it as many times as you want. If you're a poor shot at the candle like I am, these blue land molas could come in handy, but
yeah, that's what he was trying.
It was a good strategy. You know, that red candle is going to come in handy against blue land molas and gibdos and some other enemies. You can fire it as many times on the screen as you want, but only 2 shots can be on the screen at a time. Whereas the blue candle, you can only fire it once. You want to use it again, gotta go to another screen.
I didn't know about the 2 shots on screen at a time, so that's new.
Oh, look at this!
There we go.
Hey, Melchior. That Gliok was not required! And there's the bow!
Wow.
So the whole time, the 4-headed Gliok was a jabate trap. Unbelievable. That is crazy.
You just had to bomb left? Wow, so Dark Fowls with the bow. Now we'll take all he hasn't been up top to find his silvers. Once he finds his silvers at the White Sword Cave, Dark Fowls is kind of in a Triforce and Go mode.
You are absolutely right. He will be in Triforce and Go mode once he gets to that waterfall to the old man for the white sword item, which are the silver arrows. Bogey gets his Triforce out of level 2.
Crimson and Bogey getting the Triforce out of 2.
Yep, and 3 respectively for Dark Falls. He gets his Triforce, bringing him up to 5 pieces.
With the find of that bow, now the seed's really starting to open itself up.
Now, I do believe Bogey did pick up his ladder, because I'm not seeing it on the ground anymore, so he had to have collected it.
Yes, that was the room that it was in, so he's definitely gotten it.
Right now, Zarnix, the only of our featured runners who have not been to level 2 yet. He's currently in level 8. We're still looking for a couple of items. We found the red candle. There's one more staircase item, and there's one item that's on the ground.
Laws, that means none of the items in 8 are essential. And Zarnax could be eating a lot of time looking for them.
Yeah, he doesn't know it. I mean, the only item at the moment that could be of any use for him is the magical key.
Yeah.
But again, he doesn't know it. That's why. Sometimes when you play Zelda Randomizer, Melchior, this can be a right order seed. And this is definitely, without a doubt, looking like a right order seed.
Absolutely. The seed, I mean, there were some branches, but it was just this key item to get to this key item to get to this key item. And Zarnax finds one of his other 2 items out of 8, a heart container in the stair that puts him at 9, 1 away from the starting chance at Mags.
Yeah, that's correct, Melchior. Anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts required to pick up the magical sword that will do 4 hit points of damage. Dark Falls, meanwhile, goes into a take, and he picks up a heart container. He's now up to 7 hearts. He's guaranteed to pick up those silver arrows once he makes his play for it. First, he's going to check what the ladder item on the coast is. He's going to find his wand. I would imagine he'll pick it up. Extra combat against enemies like, Gibdos and Patras, amongst others.
Blue Land Mola spell like an early in for Zarnax. Again, very deep in that 8. He was trapped in like that 3 horizontal row room, and the Molas were just rampaging through, and still only on green tunic. They ate him up pretty.
Darkfalls did pick up his wand at the coast and will now make his way into level 1. Unfortunately for Darkfalls, he does not have any arrows to his credit. So if there is an item behind that Goma, we know it's not going to be of any progression because all the progression items have been found.
Yes. Crimson Avix, with his map in hand in level 1, is currently looking for potential items there, as well as his path to the Triforce in the very bottom of the dungeon.
Zarnax 42 now looking for both the Triforce and the floor item here in level 8. We don't know what the map looks like, but I'm getting the suspicion that it's segmented and Zarnax 42 is out of level 8. He may be ladder blocked.
Yes.
Or bomb blocked. He's got no bombs.
Oh no!
Well, Malcure, whenever we play Shapes, all of these contestants had to play Hyrule's favorite game show, Find the Bomb Hole.
Absolutely. There is one trick you can do that will aid you in Hyrule's most favorite game, is that in Shapes, the dungeons start generating from the center. So at the very least, if you're like starting in a dungeon or something, and you're starting in a far corner or something, if you try bombing towards the center, in most cases that will be your best route, your best chances of finding that mystical bomb hole. Bait block, Crimson Avix, looks like not required since he's entering from the top.
Yeah, I was going to say, Malcure, quote-unquote, bait block. Bait definitely not required. Bogey going to the raft bonus cave and picking up his heart container. He's now guaranteed his silver arrows.
Oh. Zarnax up in aid when he was getting out of that 8. Okay, wait, he has his silvers. About to say, did he not get his white sword item? He did. Okay. Never mind. False alarm. That almost terrified me for a second.
Ah, that's what Zelda Randomizer loves to do to us commentators. They love to give us false alarms, false hopes, false signals. Hey, that small secret's pretty good at 18. You know what that means? I officially declare this a big money seed.
Yeah, absolutely. The seed's trying to show some pity on our runners where otherwise it is just nothing but misery and...
Crimson finds his heart container that was behind the staircase. He's currently sitting on 7 hearts. I still have not seen any of the floor items here in level 1. I mean, it's possible these runners have already gotten it. Here we are in level 4 for Bogey. Now, I know we found the floor item, but I don't believe we found the staircase item yet here in level 4.
I do not recall. I do say I have not seen any floor items in 1 as well either. So unless they're all within the bottom section, well, there's the staircase.
Yep, Darkfalls is going to find that same heart container that 2 of our other runners have already found in Crimson and Zarnax. He's going to take care of some of these blue dart nuts first. Now, luckily with the red ring, instead of losing 2 hearts, he's only going to lose half a heart. Now, blue dart nuts are typically in the health dropping group, but as I like to say, Malcure, anytime you're low on health, well, there's a heart container right there. Serves me right for talking about that the game doesn't provide when you're low on health.
The game's like, I got you, Laws, don't worry about it.
Now Darkfall's going to do the block clip, try and get past him. Nice fight there.
Oh no!
He just locked himself out. He's going to have to do the block clip. Nice job. He'll get his
I did the exact same thing 2 nights ago. But he clips back in very quickly, minimal time loss. He'll get his 9th heart container.
I can't say I've ever seen that before, Malcure, but that has got to be a little bit embarrassing.
You live and you just go on.
Yep, but as long as you know how to do a block clip, which is generally an easy glitch to pull off here in Zelda, you'll be alright.
5th Pixel has the secret. Oh, Darkfell's locked in a room with bunnies. Those Pole's voice. He's got his wand and white sword though, so he's tapping them both on the same frame to inflict both of their damage sources simultaneously.
That's correct. That's one of the tricks you can do against Patra. The same trick that Dark Falls is doing against these Poles voices, you can do against Patras. And again, because he's got the red ring, normally he'd be losing 2 hearts of Bob. He's only losing half a heart. What do we have? Is there any item here at all, or is it just going to be on his feet and we can't see it? No, he's got a clear line. Bombs.
Dark Falls has 10 keys. You know what that means.
Magical key's got to be here in level 1. It
Any
just
key's
has to
right
be.
around the road. It's somewhere.
Then again, Dark Falls did just pick up the Triforce in level 1, so that is his 6th Triforce piece as he continues to have the lead here amongst our 4 featured runners. Now keep in mind, there are other races not shown here on the restream who are also competing here to get a top time and try to qualify for one of those top 2 positions at the end of the week.
That is correct. We have, I know I saw at least 20 people to enter tonight. What is... Trying to understand what Dark Falls is doing. He's Triforce and Go mode. He's checking his shops.
He doesn't have the silver arrows.
Oh my gosh, he's got to get... Oh, okay, he's still got to get to the old man.
Correct. That's the reason why he's not in Triforce and Go mode yet. I mean, we know once he gets to the waterfall, he will then be in Go mode. So,
Oh
this
man,
is going to set back Dark Falls maybe a little bit.
what if he winds out full digging this 8 he's about to go into?
Oh, this could get interesting. You know, this is 4.
Okay, okay. Still, this is a segmented 4, so this is going to take up extra time.
That's true. It is a segmented level 4. But again, he could take care of this level 4 quite easily unless there was some kind of bow block that I didn't see. And he's got 10 keys and he's got the full 8 bombs. So I wouldn't worry about it too much early on. Now, Bogey's in the same level 4. We still do not know what the staircase item is in level 4. But Darkfall's just picked up the Triforce in level 4. He's now up to 7 pieces. Decision time for him.
He's just going to bounce. Let's see it. Oh no, he's not.
Well, you can't fault Dark Falls for this play because he doesn't have the silver arrows. He has not checked the white sword item at the waterfall. So you can't really fault Dark Falls for this play.
Oh, definitely not. Logically, this makes sense. 4 small enough, you can go through it quickly, find your items, and leave.
Here it is. It's the power bracelet.
Ah. Little helpful for exploration, not required in these GDQ-like flags, but could help you get around the overworld a bit, but we already have recorders, so...
Yeah, he's going to leave it behind because, again, Power Bracelet's one of those items it's nice to find early because it gives you the transportation to the 4 Power Bracelet spots that are scattered all over Hyrule. But when you find it about 37 and a half minutes in, you've already got the recorder. It's pretty much an obsolete item by that point. Speaking of items, Zarnix42 does get his bow out of level 3.
Yes. And so now Zarnax needs to... He'll have to find his way back to 7 at some point to get his recorder, and 2 for his ladder.
I'll be interested to see if this is a ladder required seed, because so far, I don't really see any indications of ladder blocks preventing us from grabbing Triforces. I mean, I could be wrong, as Darnix will get his 4th Triforce piece here in level 3.
Level 8 had a lot of moats when... Oh wait, we haven't even seen 8? No,
we've seen 8. Zarnix was in it, but he didn't find the Triforce. So maybe there was a ladder block in level 8 that had the Triforce. It's hard to say, though.
Yes, this is true.
Crimson going back into level 4 after he picked up his 5th Triforce. But again, we know level 4 is not going to be the level that's going to get Crimson any closer to being in Go mode.
Darkfalls finds his ground heart, so he knows one of his items in 4. He'll be digging to find the staircase item, and will be a little disappointed to find that power bracelet. But he's at 10 hearts now. He has a 20% chance for magical sword when he gets back to the graveyard.
By the way, did you see that community hint that Bogey just found behind the Armos? It says, "Error, guard the compass." Love it. Error, of course, the infamous character in Zelda 2 Dark Falls, sees the power bracelet and says, "Nope, I'm out of here."
Zarnax going now into level 5 at Vanilla 6. And Darkfalls is heading north. Good sign. Good sign.
very good sign because, well, first he's going to get some money.
Oh, a good point made by Adirondack Rick in chat. Will Dark Falls go straight into 8 at Vanilla 5, or will he check his white sword item first?
Now, this is interesting. Now, I mean, unless we have it wrong on Bogey's indicator, that's his first candle. He did not have a blue candle, so that red candle is definitely a welcome sight for Bogey. He picks that up.
Darkfowl's making the right play. He will be going to the White Sword Cave. Find this old man has been holding on to this magical relic for this really long time. Or old one. Go shoot your eye out!
C+! Oh no, it can't be! The Dark Falls, I love Christmas Story. It is one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies out there. Dark Falls now going to head for Vanilla level 5 spot, which again I do believe is level 8. So yeah, now he's in Triforce and Go mode. He just needs to find that Triforce and 8, wherever the heck it is, and he'll be ready to go into level 9. He's going to be the first of our 4 featured runners. I mean, he's on a really good pace right now, Melchior.
Yeah, this is his final dungeon. He's Triforce and Go mode now.
Hey, bomb upgrade for Zarnix. He can afford
let's
it.
See here. Let's see. He can. How many? Ooh.
5. That's nice. 104 rupees for 5 extra bombs for Zarnix. That's a nice purchase right there, Melchior.
Absolutely. That'll be very handy when he gets up to level 9, hopefully. Like hopefully it'll be handy in 9. Like, there'll be a lot of bomb blocks and he'll be able to take advantage of that.
Certainly, Melchior, because level 9 is known as the Great Equalizer, and resource management is a big reason why.
Darkfowl's looking for his final Triforce before he can be heading to 9 to look to save his precious Link, since he's playing as the Zelda sprite.
That is correct. Because he is playing as the Zelda sprite, you're still going to defeat Ganon, but this time you're trying to rescue Link.
Wow, that 8. It's like a
Holy
camel plus
moly.
Sphinx. It's like a camel plus Sphinx combined. It's like something I've seen out of Super Mario Land.
Wait a minute. Doesn't Luigi have a vacuum cleaner in Luigi's Mansion?
Yes.
That is Luigi, right there, in Luigi's Mansion, with the vacuum, sucking up the ghost.
Your imagination knows no bounds, laws, but I do see it.
That is an amazing ink blot there. I am in awe looking at this ink blot. It's amazing.
Look at it. It's not even segmented.
I know. It's 32 rooms, man. If it was just one more room, it'd be a perfect level 8, because then it'd be 33 rooms of pure torture.
Astounding. Crimson Avix makes his way over to the old man above the waterfall and picks up his silver arrows. He'll now be going up the mountain to his next dungeon.
Yep, Darkfall's finding that same map. He's just looking for that Triforce. That's his prerogative right now. Where could it be? We have no compass. And he gets another key. He's now up to 11 keys. I'm telling you, that magical key's either here in 8 or it's in 9. I'm telling you.
For sure. Where is this Triforce in 8? Good golly. It's gonna be like all the way in the back of the vacuum.
Oh, I know. That would be a fantastic location.
If you didn't have map, there is a hidden room above this staircase that Bogey's in right now.
Crimson sees the red candle, but at 44 minutes in is of no use to him. He'll leave it behind. Bogey's going to blow on the whistle here, and he's going to get to work on this dig dogger. He's going to use the wand to take it down. Now, normally,
these narrow staircase rooms can have drop Can have drop items like that.
It had the compass, that dig dogger right there. That is crazy insane.
Compass at the very back of 8, only to find the Triforce at the other back of 8. Which you could only bomb to, question mark? Oh, that was Bogey's last bomb. It was clutch. He got the smoke on the Dodongo, or he wouldn't be able to get over to this Triforce. Okay, there was
right.
a door from the top.
Just have to take down this Aquamentus here, but first he's going to look for probably the other item.
Yeah.
Not for too long. I guess he just wanted to check, you know, the room next door. He's going to take him down, get this Triforce, and that'll be his. Well, he's thinking about it.
Yeah,
he's not going to take it. And Dark Falls just grabbed his final Triforce piece. Ladies and gentlemen, just over 45 minutes in, Dark Falls, the first of our 4 featured runners, to head to level 9. He's got a great chance at sub-hour, folks. Now again, please keep in mind there are other runners who are participating in this race that are currently trying to get a really good time. So we're not going to spoil results on other finishers until we have our first featured runner in the books. I like this play.
Gonna go ahead and pick up a safety potion on his way to 9.
That's a fantastic play.
Even with Red Ring, like, it doesn't cost much time and it's en route, so...
That's the reason. All those things you just mentioned, Malchior, that's the reason why I absolutely love that play that Dark Falls just made. Get the potion. You never know what's going to be there in level 9. Don't take any risks. I love that play.
Yeah, I like taking that potion at Candle Row as well anytime I'm en route to 9, no matter where it is.
All right, Malchior, this is it. Level 9. What are these runners looking for?
These runners are looking for 2 things. First, we are listening for the roar of Ganon. When we are adjacent to Ganon's room at any time, we will start hearing his roar. That will let us know that Ganon is 1 room away. Now then, you have to find the route to him, whether it be key door, open door, or bomb. Also, we are looking for a single shutter door that does not open when all the enemies in the room have been cleared. That will indicate the presence of, in this case, for Dark Files, Link. Zarnak's doing a mag check at 10.
Whoa! He gets it! Unbelievable! The 20% odds comes through for Zarnax. He gets the magical sword that does 4 hit points of damage, and that could help him out a lot in level 9. Wow, what a play there!
That could make up a lot of time.
I tell you what, I didn't expect Zarnax to make that move right there at 10 hearts, but it pays dividends for him. What a play!
Bold indeed. And he's picked up his red ring out of 5.
Oh my god! And ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. We need 8 hits to take down the pig. A Hyrule driver will cost him 1 heart. There's 2. There's a stun lock. Oh, but he lost him. There's 4. Still has plenty of health. 5, 6, 7. Down goes Ganon. We've got bacon. Dark Falls has the Triforce of Power. So now all he needs to do is find the single shutter door room that automatically opens, and Dark Falls will easily be the winner of our 4 featured runners. He's going to check all the shutter doors because there is that one exception. Is Link here? No, it's just an old man.
Bullets, my only weakness. Or silver arrows.
But of course, as we all know, the Kidnap, normally in Zelda's case, is a really crafty hide-and-seek player. And, you know, if Dark Falls, if he's lucky enough, he could crack the sub-50 barrier here.
There's one issue on Dark Falls. And we'll see if the
bombs.
rooms are kind to him. He's out of bombs.
Well, there's a key that he absolutely really doesn't need. He's got 10 keys, so is this it? No. There's a nickel. He wanted to see a bomb drop. Oh, again, we saw that shutter door, but then we saw another shutter door, so that's not where Link is either. And yeah, he needs a bomb drop, and he needs one quick. No, nothing there. How about this? Another double shutter door room. Oh. And now he's found a dead end. He still has no bombs. Uh-oh is right.
Now he's got to hope to find a staircase. Well, he's got one.
Yeah. He'll take this staircase, That's a transport. There's normally going to be 6 sets of transport staircases, unless, of course, we come across the ultra-rare segmented level 9. It's happened a couple of times where there's 7 sets of transport staircases at that point.
Something else I'm noticing about this 9, not many bomb-dropping enemies?
That is bad. That is really, really bad. And Zarnax's bomb upgrade could prove to pay dividends as Crimson gets his Triforce out of level 8. That's number 6 for him.
Zarnax still on the hunt for the kidnapped.
Now, did
Still
Bogey
with
get the
no
silver
bomb?
arrows? Yes, he did. He did get his silver arrows out of the waterfall.
Alright, good job for Bogey. He's got 2 dungeons left to go. Or 2 Triforces left to go, rather.
You know, unless the Great Equalizer strikes against Dark Falls, this is looking like a battle between second place and between Crimson, Bogey, and Zarnax. It's anybody's game for second place right now.
I would agree, yes.
Another key. He wants bombs, and we're not seeing them.
He did find a bomb pickup, so
Good.
he's got a few.
Now he's got choices, plenty of keys at his disposal. He might as well take this door, but that patch is saying no way to him. Oof. Darkfall saying no way to that T-room. Oh, that's not it.
Still nothing.
Tell you what, the kidnap's getting paid here. Nope, that's not it either. If that would have been it! Oh my gosh, a shoot room? Oh man, what the troll. Is this it? No.
No. Zarnax getting his Triforce out of 7. All of our additional runners outside of Dark Falls are at 6 Triforces. The race for second is definitely on. And Dark Falls could definitely still get stymied out in some way.
Definitely. Again, the bomb situation could come into play. There's the other half of that shutter room, and he's cleared a good chunk of this level 9 already. I'd say about half of it. A map and a compass would really help.
Seems difficult to get to that far western section of 9. He's got like maybe columns 5 or 6, but then the last couple columns over there, there's no access.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Magical staircase?
That and that Zelda, or again in Dark Falls' case Link, is going to be somewhere under the A.
Ooh, that would be disgusting, because you're only going to get there either through staircase or excessive bombing.
Right you are, and that, again, that's why we call it level 9, the Great Equalizer. You think you've got it all figured out, and usually it's something. More often than not, it's Zelda doing her best to keep her away from being rescued.
Yeah, Law's bombs in this 9 could be very crucial. I have seen 0 bomb-dropping enemies.
Zarnax gets his ladder out of level 2, so he's going after his 7th Triforce piece. Then he can go back into level 8 and complete the set. Again, this is anybody's game as Crimson goes back into level 3, and if he continues to explore, he will come across that bow, and he too will be in Triforce and Go mode.
Zarnax has his Triforce out of 2, but he's still missing a recorder. No, because he got out. He has his recorder. So Zarnax is heading off to 8 now for his final Triforce. Dark Falls is out of bombs once again.
Man, this is not good. And I'm sure I've seen a lot of runners be in the situation where Dark Falls is right now. It's a jet seed. Everything is lining up for you, and then all of a sudden, they find the bomb hole just ends up being punishment.
He's gonna go either buy or farm up some bombs. He's got money. He'll probably. Oh, let's see if these wizards will want to be friendly.
When they rolled down too, only 2 hit points to knock him off. So this is a good source to get some bombs here against these wizards, but. I swear it happens all the time because the game knows, Melchior. Whenever you want a bomb from that global, which is, by the way, in the 6, the 8, and the 1 in the drop group, you're never going to get it. Crimson does get his bow, and Darkfalls did get a 4-pack.
Yes, that's very nice. Yeah, I've had to do the same thing in one of my runs. It is disheartening. It is demeaning. It'll start challenging your thinking about how you want to use these bombs to attack the dungeon. But he does find a way up on the far column to find a previously unexplored staircase. He's just going to go up on this far column.
And now, once again, he's got to play find the bomb hole, and he finds a zonk. Nothing there. Can he get a bomb from this blue? No.
We'll probably take this staircase that he just found and pray it's not an item.
There's the Triforce for Crim out of level 3. That's going to be his 7th piece. Bogey finds the bomb upgrade. He had a lot of cash in hand, and he'll be treated to 5 extra bombs.
These blue Lionels are just gruesome. Dark Files can't get the clip inside. Forced to use a potion. Better than dying.
Absolutely. That's why he bought the potions, even though he's got the red ring. The blue Lionels still do a half a heart of damage, both their body and their Lionel beams. And Zarnix gets his Triforce out of level 8, and he's going to be joining Dark Falls in level 9 momentarily.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be a hunt. Look, he's at the far column.
Yes! Unfortunately, that shutter door didn't open. He's got to be close. He's got to be close, Malchior. Uh-oh.
Can you bomb down?
He's going to try. I would try too. And there's Crim picking up a potion. Smart play.
Can't bomb across.
Can bomb across. Is this a staircase? So he's going to check. No, he's not going to check. Yeah, he knows time is of the essence.
Left unexplored are kind of like far northeast, northwest, and southwest. So he's systematically hitting these outlying edges of not.
Yep, now he's going to head left. Makes perfect sense here. There's a locked door shutter again. Oh, man, Link, what are you doing to the poor princess here?
Meanwhile, Zarnax is now in 9. He'll be looking for Ganon, who didn't seem to be
there
far
it is!
off. Just...
Dark Falls found it! And get your GGs out for Dark Falls. He is the first of our 4 featured runners to finish tonight's Week 5 qualifier race number 5 here. Well done for Dark Falls. Told you it was behind the letter A.
He will finish with an official SRL time of 56 minutes and 47 seconds. Good enough for 2nd place.
Nice. Very nice job for Dark Falls. But the all-important question I'm sure everybody wants to know, Malchior, who was the winner?
First place tonight goes to Chester, finishing with a time of 54 minutes and 47 seconds. Exactly 2 minutes ahead of Dark Falls.
Great job by Chester and Dark Falls. The top 2 tonight here in our Zelda Randomizer qualifiers. I'll tell you what, if Link doesn't do his normal good job of being an awesome hide-and-seek player, Dark Falls maybe takes first out of this, but still, impressive run tonight by Dark Falls. That was well done.
Yeah, I would be interested to see if Chester had similar issues of finding the kidnapped in that 9. But we're not done yet here, folks. There's still, on the restream, a desperate race for 2nd place on the restream. Crimson and Zarnax are both in 9 now, hunting for Ganon.
That is correct. This is going to come down to the wire here. And with that, we do have our restream winner here, Dark Falls. Congratulations. Very impressive run tonight, my friend.
I think I got very lucky and took a good path.
Absolutely. And sometimes, Zelda Randomizer has those deaths. We see them all the time. Sometimes deaths can be really costly. Sometimes death can lead you to the path that allows you to finish the race. And I'll tell you what, Dark Falls, you pretty much played it as good as you could have. Just Link gave you a little bit of trouble at the end. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, here's Zelda. That's right. Big Zelda sprite here. We need to do 8 hits to take down the princess. A warm Zelda hug's going to cost him 1 heart. Zarnix has to be careful. And down goes the princess.
He had max. He only needed 4 hits.
That's right. He grabbed the magical sword. I forgot. I totally forgot. I totally didn't see that because Bogey picked up the magical sword at 10 hearts. This was a 10-heart magical sword. So only needed 4 hits with the magical sword and no Zelda hugs for Zarnix 42. See, I've done so many of these races, Malchior, that I rarely see a magical sword. So the fact that we have 2 on the restream, that's just absolutely insane.
I didn't see it either. I just saw you were counting the hits and 4 happened and turned golden.
Right.
Wait.
So Dark Falls. I mean, other than Link doing a really good job hide and seek, you were amazing today. I mean, you were making the plays. You were doing pretty much everything right. I mean, you definitely deserve the top 2 finish. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. Like I said, I think I just got lucky with a good path. Getting the red ring and the white sword really early really helped me. Seeing the wizards on the overworld was nice because I didn't have to deal with them in dungeons. 0 deaths, so that's good.
Yeah, well done.
Absolutely.
Was there anything that influenced your routing to take this path? Are you the kind of person who's like, I have my set path, I like doing this path until circumstances change? Or did you just adapt it as you found, like, Lantern 2 or the Recorder and stuff?
By the way, before you answer that question, I gotta say it because it's the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, here's DDD!
Oh, yes, it is DDD. I love it. We'll get back to that question. Oh, good. Stone Lot by Crimson Avix. Down goes the bird. We have chicken?
We have a fried chicken dinner. Yeah, fried chicken dinner. Yeah, winner chicken dinner. Okay, back to the question that you had for Darkfall.
Yeah, my question was there anything that influenced your routing this seed? Do the items change your route, or are you just kind of the person that sticks with a static route?
You know, I could be totally wrong about this, but according to our tracker, Bogey does not have the bow at least lit up, and if he missed the bow out of level 3, that's a critical mistake. And the reason I say that is because in these flags, important items can never be in level 9. What we mean by the important items is levels that require progression in the vanilla games. The 5 items that cannot be in level 9.
Well, thankfully, Bogey is in 1 right now, so he's still hunting. The palettes are similar, dark blue versus the light blue.
Oh, that's why I thought he was a 9.
I did too for a second.
Yeah.
I really did.
Dang these pallets. Oh, and Zarnix finds the path to Ganon. Get your GGs out for Zarnix. He is the second of our featured runners to finish. And I'll tell you what, he made up a lot of ground to get to that position. We do have a third place finisher. It was Zeb Gedney with a time of 59 minutes and 4 seconds, and it will be Zarnix42 who will take the 4th position. His time, 62 minutes and 6 seconds. Get your GGs out for Zarnix. Nice job.
He snipes TGE, who finishes in 5th place with a time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 58 seconds. So Zarnax beats TGE by just a little under.
Yep, a 52-second. I wouldn't consider it a true snipe, but you know it's under a minute. But hey, that's a great finish for Zarnix and a great finish for TGE. All hail.
Yep, for sure. Now we're starting to get multiple finishes.
Tell you what though, just the 3 sub hours though tonight. That is crazy. That just goes to show we have some great runners here tonight. But it doesn't matter who you are, as I like to say. Zelda Randomizer doesn't care who you are. And get your GGs out for Crimson. Nice.
Crimson Avix finishes in 6th place with an official time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 12 seconds.
Oh, I like this. Hi! Link's lost, so I will save you. I love it. Great touch. I told you, Princess Zelda's a perfect person for Kirby to rescue.
Now that he's saved Hyrule, Kirby can return home. Kirby's a hero as well.
Great job. GG to Crimson Avix, and well done on the sprite shuffles. That's amazing. Bogey gets his Triforce out of level 1, so he's got all 8 Triforce pieces. But he does have unfinished business. He needs to go back into level 3 to get the bow. I mean, again, unless we missed it, he's got to get the bow. And yeah, he does not have the bow out of level 3. Yep, we can confirm that now. With that, we do have Crimson Avix here in the commentator's booth with us. GG, well done. Very solid time. 63 minutes and 12 seconds. Good enough for 6th place. What did you think about this seed?
I don't see a Krim. I see a Zarnax.
Oh, well now, my mistake. We do have our second finisher of the 4 restreamers today in Zarnix42 here in the commentator's booth. GG, my friend, a very, very good finish for you tonight.
Thank you. I was shocked. There was so much double dipping in that seed. I couldn't believe I was that high up.
I think everyone did the double dips though.
Yes. All right.
That's the only explanation I can think of.
All right, now we have Crimson Avix here. The commentators with us, GG Crim and GD to use our next. Very good finish by the both.
Honestly, with how many deaths I took in that seed, I shouldn't have even finished close to that.
Yeah, you had an uncharacteristic amount of deaths there, Crimson, but you know what?
Well,
you still had a great finish. I mean, top 6 is definitely nothing to sneeze at tonight.
Well, I literally only run once or twice a week, and it's when I do these, and I haven't used my Kirby Sprite in about a year, so yeah, yeah, and the worst thing is I don't know if it was so much for you guys, but playing as Kirby, if I don't set the sprite color to pink, the contrast really hurts my eyes. So staring at a green Kirby the whole seed was horrible.
Ooh.
The first dungeon you went into, you practically blended into the palette.
Yeah, Kirby should be pink. But yeah.
We thank you for the entertainment, though. We loved all the Kirby sprites.
Yeah, that was an amazing sprite set. Thank you so very much for showing that off tonight here on Speed Gaming 2. I really loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. I told Rick, I'm like, you know what? I'll go ahead and do the restream, and I'll pull out my Kirby Sprite rather than my normal Onion Knight Link. So figured I'd give everyone a little bit of a show. I do plan on making another special sprite set for the brackets at some point.
Ooh.
Oh, excellent.
Any hints on what we might expect? You're gonna keep it under wraps.
I would give you a hint if I even knew what it was.
Oh, okay.
I haven't decided yet.
We'll leave it at that then. Whatever it is, I'm sure it is going to be just as amazing as the Kirby sprite set that we saw this evening.
Yeah. And I look forward to actually doing another video on how to do it. So if people want to do sprite sets like this, it's always doable. There was something that happened that was really interesting that scene, and I completely forget. I wanted to talk about it, and I just completely forgot about it.
Was it the part where you double dipped 4 different dungeons and full cleared them all before finding the items?
No. Actually, level 3, I took that really bad death in the map room. That would have saved me a lot of double dipping.
That map was huge.
Yeah,
man. I think it's safe to say that Link was eating a lot of double dip crunch this morning. Anybody remember that cereal?
But yeah, I mean, other than that, like if it weren't for the deaths, I would be a lot happier. Like dropping 6 or dropping 5 immediately after getting Triforce, not having to go back there was nice. And pretty much was able to blitz through a lot of the dungeons. It was just the areas I shouldn't have died, and I died in, cost me quite a bit of time. So
now, both you and Zarnex, if you were curious, level 5's floor item happened to be the jewelry. Just, out of curiosity.
Did get that.
You did get it. Okay, so
Eventually.
Crimson must have missed it. Oh, that's right. You did get it, didn't you?
Yeah, man. But
Why we don't have it lit up, I don't know.
I died at least once. I think I died twice just outside of that level, though. So it was very late before I actually got in there.
yeah, and that was how it was with me. I died once on my way over. Then I died again on the screen below it. So I didn't actually enter 5 until late. So by that time, all of my deaths that I actually took have already cost me all the time. So the red ring really wouldn't have made much difference. And actually, I'm glad I didn't have it because I took the death in 9 that actually led me to Ganon. So, or I should say to DDD.
Ooh, we have a snipe job here for 7th and 8th place. Finishing in 7th place with a time of 64 minutes and 7 seconds. 64 minutes and 7 seconds Raikou Rider, and in 8th place, right behind him, Dig Shake, 64 minutes and 23 seconds. Then in 9th place, we have Boletta, who finished with a time of 67 minutes and 15 seconds.
Meanwhile, on our restream, Bogey's still looking for his bow. He's in 3, so he's got the right knowledge, or he's making the right play, but he's never found the map yet, and so everything is just blind.
Yeah.
And I think
That
this was like hidden off the edge or something.
It was in the top, I know that, and I do believe it was on one of the edges. You are right about that. Yeah, map was definitely key for this level to find your bow. I mean, at least he's got the magical sword, so these bunnies will go down in just 3 hits. And there's a clock, but it feels good enough. There's the map.
There it is. Wow, it's literally on the far right branch or tip of the umbrella. And I think the bow is like on the far left or something.
Yeah. Yep. So it's a really hard run to fight because you don't have bow, and then once you get the map, the bow is on the other side.
Yikes.
I must say, Crimson, we had some really interesting ink plots this evening. Some of the best ones I've seen in quite some time. We never found the map, though, in level 9.
Uh,
That's Swiss cheese.
Of
yeah,
course.
I was going to say, level 9 doesn't really ever need a map.
Yeah, it's about 95% of the time it's Swiss cheese. On occasion, I'll come up with something clever, but yeah, usually it's Swiss cheese.
Also, before I head out for the night, I just want to pitch 2 things. First of all, sometime on Sunday, we don't know the exact time yet. Rick, myself, and the other admins are still working it out. But sometime on Sunday, we will be doing the reveal with the brackets. So definitely stay tuned for that. That will be on a Speed Gaming channel. So we will be doing that. So just something to look forward to. This tournament has been great, so we're excited to do that. And then also, something not tournament related, but definitely Z1R related and Speed Gaming related. The SG Live event is coming up in just a little over a month. And Zelda 1 Randomizer is going to be one of the randomizer tournaments down there. And in order to raise money for the prize pool for Z1R, the creator of Z1R, Fred Coughlin, and myself are going to be doing a crowd control race of Link to the Past Randomizer this Saturday at 6 o'clock on Speed Gaming Main. So if you guys want to, well, I pray that you help me because Fred is leaps and bounds better than me at Link to the Past Randomizer. But even if you want to troll me, troll Fred, come by and hang out and watch us suffer.
And that's at 6 p.m. Eastern?
Yes, 6 p.m. Eastern on Saturday.
We'll wait till Fred finds his bow and then promptly take it away from him. How's that for you?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time tonight, here's Ganon. 4 hits is what we need with that magical sword. High Roll Driver will cost him 1 heart. Oh, there's a High Roll Driver there, 2. 3. Great fight there for Bogey. He's got Bacon and the Triforce of Power. Just now needs to find Zelda, and he can complete the race.
GG's, everybody. I've got to run, but appreciate the commentary and the restream.
Yep, have a good evening. Thank you for racing. Thank you for the show.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, well done. And we do have another finisher on the board. It is Karakarn, who has finished in 10th place with an official SRL time of 72 minutes and 40 seconds.
I had to guess that great job to Karakarn finishing in the top 10 still. My comment was going to be, I had to guess the rest of our runners are just trying to find their way under that A in 9 to find the kidnapped, because at least half the field's still racing.
Yeah, over half the field. And how many runners do we have? Was it 20, 21?
I'll double check for you.
And while you do that, Bogey, unfortunately, in the complete wrong side of where he needs to be to find his princess. Again, for those of you who just joined us, Zelda was hidden behind the A. Needs to be in the A column to find that special door to rescue Zelda.
Accidentally lost the race room, and
Don't worry about it.
I know when I saw people like joining in, it was around 21.
That's probably what it probably ended up being then, is 21. But back to the race in hand for Bogey. Now, he too has a similar problem to what Dark Falls had earlier. He's down to 1 bomb as he's now back in Ganon's room. Pig already defeated. Just needs to find the correct path. Oh, and there's a Patra. Oh, boy. Now, he's got the magical sword. This is going to make this fight a heck of a lot easier.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, but he didn't get the Master Eye. Oh, that stinks.
And then he did right as it goes.
Oh, no, he never did. He never did.
I thought it was going to be launching
Wow.
Expando Patronum.
Yep, I hate it when that happens. He never got it, but turns out it's all good. Down goes Patrick. He can move on out of the frying pan and into the fire. Get that wand ready. Ooh,
Round 2, fight.
he's got this. He's got this. Nice job.
Clean and fairy for his efforts.
What a time for that. You know, Bogey's getting close. Again, if he goes towards the left side, which I think you can get to from here if you go a few more screens north.
And I do believe you can bomb over to the left side because we saw
Correct.
Zarnax make a much faster run to the Zelda than Darkfowls was unable to because Darkfowls was out of bombs.
But the question is, which bomb hole was it?
He's got
Melchior? Was
one.
it-
He's got one.
He's got one. He's not going to use it, though. You know what he's going to do. He's probably going to take the staircase, which, again, with only 1 bomb to his name, you really can't fault Bogey for this.
No, you cannot. Unfortunately, this will probably just continue sending him in circles just like it was doing to Darkfowls.
Well, hold on.
Above the T.
Yep. I do remember that there was a door branching to the left. That was the one. This one coming up.
Wow. Okay.
But can he
Which
make
way
the
it
right
goes.
decision? Yes. Can he make the right decision? Dude, he's thinking about it. He's going right. Dang.
Logically, that's probably what anyone would do. Is probably what I would do as well. There's more unexplored dungeon that direction. You think you have better odds.
Yeah, again, you can't fault Bogey for making the play. I mean, it's easy for us in the commentators booth, and it's easy for us here in the studio audience. But yeah, when you're the racer, it's hard. There's a bomb on the ground for Bogey, so now he has a little bit of bombs to play with. Now, what he could do, since he's only sitting on 5 bombs, he could try and force a 10 count. What we mean by that is if you kill 10 enemies in a row without getting hit, and you bomb that 10th enemy, provided it's in a drop group, you're going to get that fresh set of 4 bombs each and every time.
And
Bogey's heading in the right direction, and
there
boom!
we go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs out for Bogey. The last of our 4 featured runners has finished. Very nicely done. I'll tell you what, very good performance by all 4 of our runners tonight. Please make sure you give Crimson Avix, Bogey, Dark Falls, and Zarnix42 all a follow. They were magnificent tonight, Melchior.
Absolutely. All of our runners doing a fantastic job and giving us quite a show as well. It was pretty tight throughout.
Speaking of tight, here's some more finishers that followed. Bogey finished with an SRL time of 78 minutes and 1 second, but not before Liquid Husband finished in 11th place with a time of 75 minutes and 25 seconds, and just getting edged by Sharky2107 for 12th place. His time was 77 minutes and 43 seconds. Bogey will finish in 13th place, 78.01. With that, we do have Bogey here in the commentators booth with us. GG, very respectable performance. In fact, very good performance by all 4 tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, I was a little bit bummed to find the bow so buried in level 3.
Yeah, level 3, the bow was extremely difficult to find because you saw what the ink blot looked like. It wasn't pretty, and you pretty much needed that map to get really anywhere in that level 3. It was a tough one.
That's right.
Palm tree. It held no prisoners. I also noticed near the very end, you finally made your way to the Armos item and found that sword after you already had mag.
That's right. Because I was thinking maybe that the bow would be there, but once I realized that it was not, I figured it had to be either level 3 or level 7. I had bailed a little bit early because I was blocked by not having the ladder at the time.
So yeah, maybe if you'd have found that, probably could have improved your time having that combat, like to fight off those bunnies and those dart nuts throughout. But you still put in a very good time, very fast 9. Good routing through that 9.
Yeah, I'm glad 9 didn't cause too many problems. Heard Ganon early, so that was good. And then it was just a matter of finding the shutter doors and going from there.
Yeah, Zelda pretty much was on her game tonight. Wasn't super easy to find, but I've definitely seen harder Zeldas to find in my day. So, all 4 had pretty good level 9s. But I tell you what, all 4 runners, again, make sure you give them a follow. And Bogey, 7801 is probably good for top 10 most nights. But yeah, 13th place this time around. You did really good, though.
Yeah, thank you. I think if I had found the bow earlier, I would have been in go mode much earlier. Once I got my silvers in my head, I was thinking I had the bow, and then realized, oh crap, I don't have it.
Yeah.
And
there were multiple times within the race where all the runners were on the same amount of Triforces. Even when we got down into the last 2 dungeons, Dark Fowls was quick getting the 9. He was like the first one on the restream there. But you, Zarnak, and Crimson were still 2 tries away. It was just different tries for each of you. So you were all within relatively equal pace.
Yeah, it was a close one. I think if I found the bow earlier, probably could have gotten at least a sub 70 because I spent a lot of time digging 3. Went to one end of the dungeon to find the map, only to realize that the other end of the dungeon had the bow.
Yeah. Well, anything else you'd like to say? Any shout-outs you want to do or anything of the like?
Nope, I'm good. Thanks, guys. Thanks for calling it. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Very good job. Very good performance from you this evening. And we wish you the best of luck in your next race, Bogey.
Thank you.
Best of luck in the bracket rounds.
All right, a couple more finishers before we leave you tonight. Imasak finishing in 14th place with a time of 80 minutes and 4 seconds. And right behind him in 15th place, New York Rambler with a time of 80 minutes and 28 seconds. So for tonight, that's going to do it for us. However, we still have 3 more races in the qualifiers for week 5. You know what happens after that, Malchior? We go into the bracket stages.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited. I'm participating in the tournament myself. This is my first tournament, similar to Bogey. I'm lower in the brackets, but I've seen incremental improvements over time. So I'm ready to see, I'm ready to get into these one-on-ones where mistakes happen, but at the same time, it's more about what are the choices you make versus one opponent as opposed to 20.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to the bracket stages, but you know what I'm really looking forward to? I'm looking forward to see which dark horses are going to emerge as serious contenders for competing for the title. Obviously, we know about Crystal Saver and Unos and their abilities that they have been, week in, week out, have been consistent runners throughout the tournament. But what I look forward to when we get to bracket stages is which runners are going to be the cream of the crop. We're going to find out, and it's going to be exciting when we get to bracket stages. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Absolutely, and if I get knocked out round 1, you might just hear me a lot more on the commentator side.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen for your sake. I'd like to see if you could progress into the tournament. But yeah, best of luck to you, Malchior.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now, before we leave you tonight, I do want to point out, again, there are 3 races left in the qualifiers here for week 5. Starting with tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we have at Randomania. Then 2 races Saturday, both of them on the speed gaming. The first one is going to be at noon Eastern, and the second one is going to be at 9 Eastern. And after that, we go to the bracket stages, it's going to be lit. So, Malchior, any final thoughts before we cut for tonight?
I think we're good. We saw a fantastic race tonight. We saw a mostly forgiving seed. It seems a lot of these kind of either bracket level seeds or these GDQ light seeds lend themselves to that chain reaction style of find one key item per dungeon and they just start unlocking each other in sequence. So we'll see how that plays out in the bracket rounds.
No doubt about it. And so with that, that's going to do it for us here on Speed Gaming 2. On behalf of our 4 runners tonight, Crimson Avix, Bogey Smalls, Dark Falls, and Zarnix42, for my commentator partner, Malchior, for the tracker, Catastrophe573, make sure you give everybody I just mentioned a follow. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. On behalf of everybody here on Speed Gaming, have yourselves a great evening, and we will see you again tomorrow night. So long, everybody.
Peace.